she would make that. And I remember going to school and they made fun of me. So I would throw them away.
Leo.
I know.
But now, guess what?
Hold on. So it was like, what are you eating? What is that? And I got really, really embarrassed. So I'd hide it or throw it away. And my grandma's like, well, how come you're starving? And I was like, I'm growing. But it was the fact I was throwing it away. And then I didn't really like the food they had at the school because I was used to home cooking.
Yeah.
And in South Texas, they would cook close to what you were eating. So it was a big culture shock. The funny thing is that my brother, same school, as he got older, he would tell my grandmother, make me 4. So what he would do is he would eat one and sell 3.
Oh, wow.
That's too funny.
And I was like, they like it? And he was, yeah. But by then, the culture had gotten so popular. Spanish was popular. And it was embarrassing. If you spoke Spanish back in the day, it wasn't very popular. You didn't hear, it was, just couldn't do it. It wasn't popular to be Hispanic back then, culture-wise. So now it's like on steroids.
I agree.
Now
100%.
it's everywhere. So, the food is...
I was little and I didn't speak any English and I did not have one bilingual teacher. No one. And I remember having this teacher and I didn't speak a word of English. And I remember her like making me go to the whiteboard or whatever. And she's like, speak English. I was like, what did she say? But I remember that, and then I would hear like another little kid saying, "Oh, she's telling you to speak English," and I was like, "Well, what do I say? I don't speak English." And that was so traumatizing for me. I cried all day when I got home. It was just so crazy. And now when we go to the schools, we see so many bilingual teachers, and our kids just being able to communicate in whatever language, really, But my dad was always so good at us speaking correctly, and you don't say that word. That's not how we say it.
Did he ever get mad at you for speaking too much English?
No, never.
Because I see that in some homes.
Yeah.
That they don't allow English, and I think it should be a balance.
But it was
but
like
I think
Maria.
it also has to do a lot with the family backgrounds, because I can tell you, like, I don't know. I remember having to do like a lot of translations, and I could do that for my family, whether it was my mom, my dad,
Right.
my tios, or whoever. But only I could do that in my house, because my brother, it was different from my brother. We were only 1 year apart.
Right.
But when I started school, I was put in bilingual classes, so everything was taught to me in both languages. But when my brother went into school a year later, my mom was like, "Oh no, que se vaya a clases de inglés, all English." She wanted all English for him because I guess she was picking up on the fact that I spoke more Spanish than I did English, and for her that was important. So when it came to having to, like, I remember her asking my brother one time, like, "Hey, ¿qué dice aquí?" And my brother was like, he could read it.
I don't know what
But
to say.
he had no idea how to translate. Till this day, I think he struggles with translations
My dad
because of that.
never trusted my sister with translations. He would trust me to go to Home Depot and like yell at the people.
Right.
Like he would go to Home Depot to return something and he would yell at them in Spanish, and then he's like, "Translate what I just say." And I was like, "Oh my god, are you saying what I'm telling you to say?"
Oh,
And just
no.
like I was like, "Oh my god," it was. I would be so afraid of going with him to the store.
Beep, 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 beep.
Beep, beep, beep. Yes.
I can only imagine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Well, I think it should be a balance. I think it should
Yes.
be. You know what we should do? We should have like a.
Spanglish.
Well, no, we should have it in Spanglish, but definitely have a moment where we can do teach English. Like have the English word of the day, so parents that are listening, they can practice it.
I like that idea.
Yeah. I think we should. Like we can say, "Hello, how are you?"
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yeah.
And then in Spanish, and then back and forth. And we just repeat it all day.
Because that's, I mean,
In the background, like
I,
for those silent moments.
well, I think that a lot of families, I'm sure that now that everybody's on almost on top of each other because of COVID, that language is an issue. Because, you know, I know that parents that don't speak English, that have kids who speak more English, have a difficult time.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that if they could just kind of help each other out. Here's one thing, and correct me if I'm wrong. I've worked with a lot of Hispanic families, and it seems like they're more embarrassed to speak English.
I think you're always like self-conscious of your accent. I've
Than
seen
the
that.
opposite.
Right. I feel like they're always like more conscious, and I always like tell people like everyone has an accent, really. I mean, if you're from the South and whatever, you know. I always say embrace it because, like Miss Maria, I have an accent that I had to learn to love, you know. Because you're right. Back then, it wasn't like, oh, it's cool. Oh, you have an accent. Oh, yeah.
Why do you talk like that?
Why do you talk like that?
Like, can you leave me alone? Like, I don't know who I am.
But it's about embracing that, you know. Even though Miss Maria and I, we both have an accent, we sound very different. You know,
think you have an accent?
Yes.
I know I have one for real.
I don't.
You and Mr. Robert have a Chicano accent. It's completely different.
Completely different.
It's awesome, but yeah.
Well, the difference
And
is
you know if you're Chicano or not. Like, you just know when you talk.
okay. And what is it? Okay, well, that's gonna be a whole different.
Yeah,
show.
because what it means to me
you
might
just
not
took
mean
it a whole different level.
Sorry, guys. This is just what we do.
Yeah. And what they're talking about is that we are not from Mexico. We're not. We're from.
But they're
born
Hispanic.
Here.
Very Mexican looking
but
like.
our Spanish is.
But
They'll
don't
make fun of us.
depend on the Spanish
Okay.
part.
Anyhow, look at this.
No, but we're also embracing you guys. You know,
Because it works both ways.
como
right?
dicen sacatines, and they're always saying the
Sacatines.
weirdest
Do not say
words.
sacatines.
They say the weirdest words.
Oh my gosh!
my
See,
gosh.
we just took this. This is our last episode.
Oh,
No, it's not. There's more to come.
Maria's fighting for this. She's like,
Yes.
"Oh no, we're having more and more."
yes.
Oh wow, yeah, but that's true. I mean, we should do a whole thing on that, the difference, because we're born here, raised here, yet culturally we're the same. Language a little different,
Yeah.
maybe a lot different. According to Maria,
I think it is a lot different.
You don't say sacatines.
No.
No.
Catines is not
All
a
right,
word.
we're gonna.
Calcetines.
Well, I hope-
Calcetines is a word.
I hope we get. Oh, okay. Regroup.
But I think, you know what, it's important because some of the kids that we work with are struggling with that. Some of them are afraid to share their culture,
Their identity.
Yeah, and one of the things that we want to help them is to learn to embrace it at an early age. Don't wait till you're grown and old like we are, like I am. That's when
Speak
I
for
learned
yourself,
to.
Maria.
That's when I learned to accept mine, and I was like, that's pretty cool. It defines who I am. It defines where I come from. And I have people who will ask me, "Are you from this place, from a certain part of Mexico? Are you from here or are you from there?" And I'm like, "No, but ahí cerquitas," you know, like, and they totally
Right.
get it because, you know, the way that I speak will let people know. And it's also important to know that even though people are from Mexico, doesn't mean that they all have the same accent, because
Oh my gosh.
Durango, Chihuahua,
Chihuahua. Chihuahua.
you know, and we've got to learn. We've got to be able to help our kids grow up loving that part of them, because that's what they are.
Right. The main message is that, you know, be proud of who you are, but it also, you know, adapt. There's nothing wrong with, you know, enhancing your language, but also learning, you know, other languages. And home, you know, English and Spanish. I mean,
even just, we're talking about Mexico because that's where we're from, but even other parts, you know, Salvador,
Honduras, Colombia, because, you know,
Right.
we have a lot of Colombian population
Yeah.
here in
I
the
love
area.
all those accents.
Yeah.
I do.
And the way they
enjoy
talk,
it.
because sometimes it's very different. And I'm like, wait a minute, esa palabra no es aceptada. And they're like, oh, es
Yes,
muy
it is.
aceptada en Colombia.
Yes, it is. In
Lo
Spain,
decimos
it is.
todos los días.
But if you see someone struggling, you know, trying to say something, be nice and be kind. That's my favorite thing to do. If I go to the store and if I see someone, parents, whatever, you know, be nice, be kind, and, you know, helping them out. Don't be a bully. Don't make fun of them. Because sometimes that thing you say, that person will remember forever and ever and ever.
Right.
You know? So be a person that they remember and like, oh, wow, okay, yeah.
We gotta bring that back. We gotta bring that kindness back. Everybody's so cynical and angry. We gotta bring it back and be there for each other. There's a lot of differences in beliefs and things like that, but it doesn't mean that it has to be destructive. That's why, that's what I like this country, because it makes it, we're all blended, and you can turn around anytime and you'll meet somebody with different culture, different values, but in the end, we're all the same.
Right.
We're all the same. If you look at those cultures, they're hilarious because we have a lot of things that are the same, so I think this is a good topic. What y'all think?
We discussed like 20 topips already. This is just awesome.
This is a free-for-all Monday.
That's why I love our podcast. Because they'll go.
If you're listening again, if there's topics you want us to cover, you have our emails. My email again is leog@rainbowdays.org.
Yes. And mine is Rocio with the C, r@rainbowdays.org.
And my name is Maria, MARIA G @rainbowdays.org.
So we've gotten to the point now where we're winding down.
Yes.
So you want to say hi to anyone or shout outs? They still say it, shout outs.
They do. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They say shout out. Well, shout out to all of our schools. We're coming back for you guys. We are. I feel bad for other agencies. I'm kidding, agencies. But we're coming. We're coming to get our schools. You just wait. Everyone's calling, and we're excited. We are so excited. You guys have no idea how much we love to do what we do. When Miss Maria speaks about her TJ girls, she loves her TJ girls. When we speak about our kids and our elementaries, we love our kids. So I'm excited. I
think it's a new year and a lot of new things are, going to happen, and we're going to stay positive and come out and do what we do, help you guys out and bring a positive message.
Always positive, no negatives. We know that there's enough negatives. We got to bring the positive. This is your podcast. This is the drug-free podcast. We're bringing drug-free back, and we're making it cool again.
Yes,
so
cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
This has been The Real.
The Real, and then you say The Real.
You should have like a jingle.
Yes. Oh, we're gonna have one. We'll work on that too.
Yeah, we'll work on some jingles and all that. So, anyways, thank you guys very much.